You mentioned scrambling. It reminds me about what we're about to see in this video, pure chaos. London police, they shut down, I think, 4 lanes of traffic to try to keep protesters away from the Liberals hotels. And it gets pretty messy. Let's have a look.
Recording! Keep recording! Keep recording! Keep recording! Junior!
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey! Get back! Hey! Stay back!
You shouldn't be touching me. From what I can see, there looked like some unnecessary touching there at least.
Don't fucking touch me! Don't fucking touch me! That's assault! No, you tell me what the fuck to do! Don't tell me what the fuck to do! You want to touch me again? You're gonna get
Language
charged.
warning. Sorry about that little delay.
Don't touch me. I know my rights. Don't fucking talk.
You are disgusting!
Don't fucking tell me nothing.
You are a disgusting woman!
Touch me again. I fucking dare you.
You touch him again and I guarantee people are jumping. My mom's fucking phone, man.
Hey.
Fucking touch me, man.
No, you don't tell me.
You provoked this, eh? You provoked this. You guys come onto the fucking street to us.
Come on.
You provoked it. Oh, look at it.
Yeah, also,
Record it, everybody. Record it.
Record it. Just keep punching.
I mean, I don't know what
Apologies
took
for-
place. I don't know what took place just before all of that, but it does seem, I mean, police are supposed to be diffusing the situation. Certainly didn't get diffused. I don't know if that's the beginning of the clip or what have you. But I just feel a little sad when I see that, actually. Like, I can't think of another time in, any other prime minister or party for that matter, where people are so upset. And then I've covered many protests, of course, and sometimes I do see protesters yelling. We put clips of them yelling at the police. I'm not a fan of that approach. Again, I don't know exactly what started happening here. But I can tell you that when I'm in the field, especially more recently when I'm covering protests, there's protesters yelling at the police, but usually, they're whispering to us, "Good job, Rebel News. Thank you. We appreciate what you're doing." They're cracking jokes about Trudeau and things like that. So again, I don't know exactly what started here, but just a reminder to people that, just because they're there doesn't mean they're like best friends with Trudeau, right? They're there to keep the peace. So what did you think of that madness?
yeah, well, and maybe I should just say explicit warning there for all the language that was used.
Yeah.
It was pretty consistently foul language. No, but that's the state of affairs. And, as I just mentioned previously, we're seeing these demonstrations across the country. And maybe for a lot of people, and I, personally, I would suggest, politics it's soul sucking in many ways. It prevents you from living your life. But if it gets to the point where government is preventing you from living your life through policies, through mandates, then you have to take action. And that's what we're seeing across the country is the mandates, the policies, laws, everything that Trudeau has pursued over the years has led to destruction. It's led to death. It's led to joblessness. It's led to Canada being poorer off than it was before his time as prime minister. So, it doesn't surprise me at all to see that there's people demonstrating there. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if those demonstrations ballooned in numbers, because now people are being aware. And you saw you heard the one lady or person in the background saying, record, don't stop recording. And that's exactly it. It's the public eye. The public is interested in this. The public wants to know. And the people that are going to these demonstrations, they know that. And they know that the mainstream media is not going to give them a fair shake unless they put it out themselves. I really wonder if they would have that headline that we saw, we can pull it up now on, there were some charges laid from that event. London police officer assaulted, charges laid following anti-Trudeau protest. So it's, I don't know what to make of this. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you just said that some people were arrested as well. Like you're saying, there's another angle. We can sort of play it while I'm talking about it. I think Dave just shared it in there too. But it looks like there were no injuries. But yes, there was at least 3 people who were arrested, or at least a few. So yeah, it's so important to keep rolling. And just so people know, police can lie to you. It's not illegal for a police officer to lie to you about something. So if you're ever told no, you're not allowed to record, that's not true. You can keep recording, especially if you're not the one being arrested. I mean, they can confiscate your phone if you're the issue, but keep those cameras rolling. The people need to know what's happening. And a lot of times that's how you do keep officers accountable, should they actually be acting out of line. And we've seen that before in some of the reports that we've covered as well. So yeah, like I said, I have a little bit of sadness when it comes to this, because largely we know that the freedom protests have been peaceful. There hasn't been a whole lot of times where there is sort of like the brawl happening with the police, like you might have saw with, Black Lives Matter and things like that. So, I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it for whatever reason it happened. And I'm glad that they were at least filming, so that they can protect themselves if they need to in this situation. And we'll see what happens with, if if the charges get dropped or whatever there.
The wellness company's Spike Support Formula is an all-natural supplement to help the people experiencing effects from COVID and the you-know-what. Go to twccanada.health/rebel today.